Holy Cheez-Its! What do we do? No one ever told us what to do. The only reason I took the job is because you never have to do anything!
So let's get this out of the way. I stopped playing Overwatch when they added Lifeweaver. I thought the hero was just bad, gave too much control to brainlet supports. Like, I'm the tank. I need to be in control, okay? And I'm also bottom 500. But I still followed the news, and one of the things I followed with great interest was the PvE we had been waiting on for the better part of 3 years. And at this point, yeah, it was canned. And it wasn't just canned 4 days ago. I know, I'm a really slow editor. They actually came to this conclusion a year and a half ago, and are just now letting us know through an interview in the middle of a stream that was scarcely announced. I'd like to open with a little history of how Overwatch 2 has shaken out, if you will. Only launching with 3 new heroes because they were busy working on talent trees, which they were cut. The removal of systems that just didn't have to be taken out. On Fire, account level, SR, the post-game card system, all things that convince you were wasting your time in a good way. Then there's the state of matchmaking, and at least Seasons 1, 2, and 3. You basically have to jettison good balance in order to get quick queue times. That's just how it works, and it doesn't feel good. There's also the problem of 5 wins, D rank, thanks for your playtime, go fuck yourself. There were the disastrous queue times on launch, constant bugs with the new engine that was made in order to facilitate the PvE content that now has been cut. Overly aggressive monetization, battle passes that cost too much, give too little, and have the potential to be seen as pay to win, with the inclusion of just buying the new heroes. Skins that we would have gotten for free using the old monetization system, but now cost from 5 to 21 real-life dollars. It really just seems like the Overwatch team is an art team that shits out overpriced skins at this point. Also, every new map, every single one, already existed in 2019. If you look at the trailer from 2019, every new map we've gotten over the last half year already existed. Brazil, Circuit Royale, Toronto, and I assure you they will be coming out with Gothenburg and India as new content, even though they've existed for longer than Overwatch 2. Then there's the horrific amount of character balance issues, the Sombra rework, Season 1 Sojourn, Season 2 Mercy Sojourn combo, Genji nerfs during the Terror of Sojourn, Roadhog just being Roadhog, and Tank Fist being a limp dick pussy unless you are God's gift upon this green earth. There's been a breakdown in world building. The original roster of Overwatch characters, and every character until Kiriko, had a background and lore based on some form of high science, bar Hanzo and Genji, but they're still cyber ninjas. It really does feel like the new character storytelling has fallen off the edge of the world. Sojourn already existed in the lore, Junker Queen already existed in the lore, Kiriko is bland at best, irritating at worst, and Lifeweaver is a fucking saltine cracker, blander than a glass of water. And now, the holy grail, cutting the PvE content. I'm honestly convinced that the talent tree UI and level progression UIs were all made in Photoshop or After Effects at this point. And the worst thing is, it had so much promise. Just wait here a second.
They're showing all of these different types of enemies, like the Fly Guy, and the Bomb Doggy, and the Smoker. There's a little clip of Lucio blasting robots into the side of a wall. They showed this badass technology where you can shoot robots into each other. You can shoot the legs off of a robot. They're saying there's going to be 100 different co-op missions. There's a lot to get excited about, and it's getting easier now to imagine the incredible game Overwatch 2 could be.
Where did it go? We waited 3 years for push and 5v5. That's it! I don't care if you think I'm a fat, entitled gamer baby boy bitch. You should expect better from the people you're giving your money to. At least if a multi-billion-dollar company can be this much of a fucking mess, I, as an individual, can be a mess as well. Now go play something else for a bit. Show them that they don't deserve you or your money. To help you with this, I put together a little list of recommendations. First group of recommendations, hero shooters. Team Fortress 2. This is technically a class shooter, but honestly, who cares? It's a fun game. I know it's neglected and has more bots than classic WoW, but it's still fun, and the weapon side grades provide a lot of build variation, along with a colorful cast of characters you'll have no problem finding one you like. Valorant. This game is harder than my dick when a new Overwatch SFM drops, but there are still strengths here. Hero powers, good gunplay, a wide cast of characters. Only problem, your mileage may vary depending on how much you can stand zoomers. Paladins. It's bad, but it's still an option. And then for my other little subsection of recommendations is PvE, specifically with a focus on skill trees. There's Deep Rock Galactic, an endlessly replayable PvE experience with talents, build variation, and 4 different classes that fill different niches in these missions. It's really fun, and I wholeheartedly recommend it. It is everything Overwatch 2 promised their PvE would be, and more. Path of Exile. I'm gonna level with you, I fucking hate this game, but if you want PvE and skill trees, it's got both in spades. I've tried it, it's not for me. I don't feel like reading a fucking thesaurus before I go play a game, but if that's what you want to do, go do that. And there's Final Fantasy X. Yeah, it's a single-player JRPG, but hear me out. The sphere grid is really cool, and can totally scratch that itch of building characters with in-depth skill trees. And then there's Diablo 4. Yeah, it's a Blizzard game. Yeah, sorry. In all honesty, just give me back Overwatch 1. The only good part of this game is the fucking porn. Good night, everybody!